Okay, y'all, today I'm ranking my Joe Milano Game of Spades collection from worst to best. And Joe Milano has received a lot of hype in the fragrance community over the past few years, and I think it's for good reason. Because when it comes to, quality clone or dupe houses, they're up there with the best of them, right? Especially when you're considering the quality of their fragrances, the performance, the presentation, and then last but not least is the cherry on top, right? The savings that you get when comparing their prices to the original. They've been consistently delivering. So if you're like me and you like to save money but still smell great and you want to know what the best fragrance is from Joe Milano, stay tuned. What's going on, y'all? Hope everybody is doing well. My name is Ty, and here I primarily talk about fragrances, but also sprinkle in some fashion and lifestyle content as well. So all about helping you show up as your best self consistently, day in and day out, by looking good, smelling good, and feeling good. Y'all know the vibes, man. So do me a favor, if you're interested in those type of videos or that type of content, go ahead and subscribe below, then make sure you hit the bell so you can stay notified anytime I post any new content. Okay, y'all, I have 5 fragrances in my collection total, so we're getting things kicked off with what's going to be number 5. That's Game of Spades Boston. And this one is inspired by Bond Number 9's. Yeah, Bond Number 9 Centerpiece for Him. So if you're not familiar with that fragrance, kind of, plays in the same field as, something like Creed Aventus, has that pineapple and citrus up top, gets some woody notes like cedar and vetiver as it dries down, but, all in all, just a really fresh, easygoing, easy to wear, versatile scent that you can, really wear year round, but I think it works best really in warm weather. And the major, difference between something like this and, Creed Aventus is the juniper berry that's in here. That's the note that's, I think, really sets the two apart. And for me, I love it. I think I prefer this scent profile to Aventus because it gives it this sort of, crisp and really sort of fizzy or carbonated drink feel. And this is really nice. Kind of hard to explain, but one that I really enjoy. Reason why it's number 5 on the list is because it's the newest to my collection. So haven't got a chance to wear it much yet, but of course with the weather getting nicer, looking forward to putting this one to good use. So number 5, y'all, we got Game of Spades Boston. Okay, y'all, next up we have Game of Spades High Roller. And of course this one is inspired by Creed's Absolute Aventus. And what you're going to get here, y'all, is of course that collection of different citruses up top with the black currant. As it dries down, you get the vetiver, some different woody notes, patchouli. But the major difference between this and the original Aventus, of course, is the addition of the warm spiciness. So you get cardamom, you get ginger, cinnamon's in here, I believe, as well. So again, really makes it a fresh, nice, fresh, warm, spicy fragrance. And yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's one that, works well. 3-season fragrance, I'd say maybe every season except super hot, summer days, but summer evenings it works. And main reason why this one is number 4 on the list, y'all, is for some reason on skin, that patchouli note really pops, on my skin at least. And I have a love-hate relationship with patchouli. And in here, like I said, it's a little bit more on the earthy side, at least on my skin. I don't get that on tester strips. And like I said, depending on when I wear it, I don't always get it. But when I've worn in warmer weather specifically, patchouli note is a bit much. So still enjoy it, but do prefer the others more, and that is Game of Spades High Roller. Okay, moving into number 3, we have Game of Spades Gold, and this one's inspired by Bond Number 9's Dubai Gold, which is very hard to come by these days, so it's great to have an alternative like this. And I gotta start by saying, y'all, this one smells amazing. Just a truly beautiful scent. It opens up with this orange and brandy, but it's really all about the woody notes. Cedarwood, sandalwood, kayak wood. Then you get some amber and musk in the dry down. This is a really great fragrance. Performs very well. Of course, all Joe Milano fragrances, at least the ones that I've smelled, perform well. But just a beautiful fragrance, y'all. Again, warm, ambery, woody, slightly powdery, and just a touch of fruitiness. And the only reason why this one is, number 3 on the list, y'all, though it smells very good, performs very well, it's just not a scent profile that I reach for often. Mainly because the way this smells, for me at least, I would put it, as a fragrance that should be worn more formally, or at least when you're dressed up at least a little bit. Not something that I would reach for casually. So because of that, Like I said, it's not one that I reach for very often, but nonetheless, smells very good. And if you enjoy fragrances like Bond Number 9's Dubai Gold, even, Louis Vuitton Lovers, things like Santal 33, really that focus on, woody notes, but with something like this, of course, you get the addition of that warmth with the amber and a touch of sweetness. So really great fragrance. I'd check it out. This is moving into the top 2, y'all. And honestly, depending on the day, these could be flip-flop. But for today, we're going with number 2. This is going to be Game of Spades Royal. And this one's inspired by Bond Number 9's Tribeca. And y'all, this one here. So for my gourmand lovers, you get cacao, you get hazelnut, you get caramel. That's all you need to know. I mean, there's other notes in there, but to me, on my skin, cacao, hazelnut, caramel. Some jasmine in here as well. That gives it a bit of a freshness. I think there's cedar and some moss that kind of help balance this one out. But man, those 3 notes are the star of the show. And the thing I appreciate most about this one, of course, it performs well, but the fact that though it has these sweeter, more gourmand notes, it never gets too sweet. And I love that about it. So even if you're someone who doesn't like gourmand fragrances, matter of fact, if you are someone who doesn't enjoy gourmand fragrances, I would say maybe try something like this as a start or your entry point into gourmand fragrances, because it doesn't lean, like I said, too sweet, at least in my opinion. But all in all, a beautiful fragrance. Again, one that I love for date nights, highly complimented. It's just a great fragrance. It's, like I said, pound for pound, the best from Joe Milano, but of course we have number 1, which I prefer just a bit more, at least at the time of this recording. But number 2, no slouch at all. We have Game of Spades Royal. Okay, and last but not least, for those of y'all that have been rocking with me for a minute, you already know what it is. Y'all know where I'm going with this one. The one that started it off for me, y'all, we got Joe Milano's Game of Spades Wildcard, inspired by Bond Number 9's Lafayette Street. And man, oh man, this is the one. This is the one. If you don't get any other ones on this list, pick up this one, y'all. Super versatile, super easy to wear, super likable, very highly complimented, the most complimented of them all. Y'all, just smells absolutely amazing. You get this apple, you get amber, you get some vanilla. So it's this really fresh, sort of sweet, sort of warm fragrance. But again, you got florals in there that help kind of keep it fresh. Also got woody notes to help balance some of that sweetness and that vanilla. Very well blended, performs very well. Everything that you can ask for in a fragrance to me, y'all. This one smells amazing, and it's just too easy to reach for, right? Like, it's, like I said, too versatile, works in any season for any reason. And because of that, in my opinion, like, it's the best Joe Milano fragrance in my collection, hands down. But I believe it's the best Joe Milano fragrance, period. So if you check out none of the others on this list, highly recommend check out Joe Milano's Game of Spades Wildcard. Hey y'all, that wraps up today's review. So thank you all for tuning in and watching. Please know that I always greatly appreciate it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you tried any of your fragrances on this list, or if you own any from Joe Milano. Love to hear a little bit more about that. As always, if you found any value in this video, consider subscribing below. Then make sure you also give it the thumbs up, share with a friend, and of course, until next time, peace and love.